జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. A very happy Vighna Nivarana Chaturthi to you all, my children and all the beloved guests. Today we are so much delighted to see the good-hearted and very much concerned devotees who came here as guests of this day, the 15th foundation day of our Netra Vidyalaya. In 2007, we brought the intermediate students into these premises. Of course, before that, these students were in Kukatpalli just for a few months. Then we came here and the Netra Vidyalaya Junior College started her steps. The idea of starting a special college here to do something which others are not doing but very much needed by the society. Usually we always think when you start doing something, do something that nobody touched and do something that's very much essential to be done to this society. That's how we started the college for the visually impaired or challenged children. We have seen many people doing lot of services for people who are suffering from eye problems like the eye checkup, cornea donations, and so many other activities. We used to do that kind of services also before we started the school year. We used to do several medical camps for the people who are in need through our service wings called Vikasa Tarangini. But when we saw the medical camps, we found it is just a publicity activity done by the organizations, because when they conduct a medical camp, doctors are pretty generous. They always yield for the requests of the organizations to support. They come, they spend their time, they spare their energies, and they conduct the medical camp where the press people come, the media people come, the print media or electronic media, and then they cover the news and the whole thing goes out. There the whole thing is stopped. We, of course, changed that trend, like adopting one place, one village for 6 months minimum. Conduct medical camp only in that village for 6 months, consecutive months, so that you are able to do real service to those people who are getting service from you. And then, of course, we did that kind of services in different areas also through our doctors team. Still, we found even that is also not really a need, because people who are in real and dire need, they run to the hospitals. They go to the big corporate hospitals only. They don't consult normal hospitals and normal doctors. Then we started searching for an area which is very, very needed, but not done by anybody, not attended to by anybody. Then we found one problem which is very, very, painful. That is cancers. Women cancers, cervix cancer, and breast cancers. We started this service in 2007 only. But then there were no private organizations who are working on the cancer area, especially for women cancers area. And then we consulted the doctors of MNJ here in Hyderabad. Then there were nice doctors who guided our volunteers to do some kind of service, if possible, to create awareness among the people, among the women for cancers, and also conduct early detection and see that their lives are saved. Then our volunteers took up the task, started the project, and of course got good training as recommended by World Health Organization. And so far, our volunteers are able to cover 12.5 lakh women in creating awareness, early detection, and treatment to some extent, not in total, to some extent. Of course, the project was a little bit stopped due to the COVID problem in the society from end of 2019. Now again, those women volunteers are starting the activity. After the organizations took up this project, of course, now there are a few more organizations started working in this area. Similarly, for children or for people who are blind, there are organizations who conduct the eye checkup, and they do something for cornea donations. And some big hospitals are also doing eye donation also. But those who are not able to get their vision back, what about them? What they have to do? Where they have to go? How their education will be conducted? In this area, we did not find anybody working. Once, we found some very interesting thing in a school which is actually dedicated for educating blind children. In that school, there are approximately 100 children. That is up to 10th class. We sent our volunteers to conduct their eye check, so that, if necessary, some operations are done, if necessary, some treatment is done. But the school management refused our proposal. They did not want their students to be checked up. And our volunteers asked, what's the matter? Why don't you want this? And the answer was really painful. They said, if you conduct eye checkup, and if you provide medicines, and if their vision is improved, they leave the school. They go to normal school, our strength will be reduced, and then we will become jobless. So we don't want this kind of things to be done. This kind of attitudes are also there. This is what we found. And then, for normal children, they are able to see, understand. Even the body language of the teacher also is understood by the students, and thus they study, they learn, they understand the topics. But those who are visually challenged, for them, a full stop, a comma, a space, a dot, a dash, everything must be verbally communicated, then only they are able to understand, and it is very difficult for them to manage all these kind of things. And if they join the regular schools and colleges, and then special focus will not be there on those students if they are not able to understand or follow. And those teachers will not have any time to spare for this kind of children. Keeping this in mind, the school for visually impaired is started. Especially the junior college and the degree college. Before we start this junior college also, we invited some organizations working for the blind children. We invited the schools also working for the blind children, giving this proposal that we are going to start a junior college so that we can provide the laptops and we can provide that, the technology for them so that they will be empowered. They are able to stand on their own. They need not look the faces of others for any kind of support. Initially, there was a resistance. We are already kept away from the normal students. Why you want us to keep away again after finishing 10th also? But so many children, they informed us in the colleges, if these students go and join, they face many a kind of insult. So many people start, the teasing them, or verbally also, and even otherwise. So they face a lot of problem. Then we decided to start this college and give them the computer knowledge and let them not depend on scribes. This is the idea how this junior college is started. We have to appreciate the efforts of Board of Intermediate initially, because for blind children, how they appear the examinations, that too with the computers, there are no norms, there is no procedure, there is no protocol, there is no system. They posed so many doubts because all other papers, answer sheets are written answer sheets, but something that comes from these children is a typed one. Why this is typed? The questions come from the people who are correcting the answer sheets. Then the answer goes like these are visually impaired. Then there may be an element of compassion. Oh, these are blind children writing the examinations? Let us be soft. Even though they write wrong answers, let's give marks. This kind of, the attitude may be there with the people. So how can we give permission? This kind of things came. But finally, they also understood the need of these children and they wanted to support. We offer our Mangala Sessions to the Board of Intermediate for extending wonderful support for these children in becoming self-empowered with computer knowledge. Then the Usmania University, they taking this, because already Board of Intermediate gave permission, let us also start. And we have to offer our Mangala Sessions to Professor Purushottam Rao, who took initiative all the way, who was a commerce professor in Usmania, put very wonderful effort in convincing the Vice Chancellor and the other team in giving the permission. Then they got the permission. Getting permission is one aspect, and gearing up for those examinations is a difficult task by the children. We have to offer our Mangala Sessions to all the teaching staff of our Netra and all the students of our Netra, those who are taking all the pains in undergoing the systems. For your information, my friends, there are more or less 5,000 children in and around Hyderabad who are visually impaired. But you see, in the college here, there are only 180 plus children. What is happening to all other children? Here in the college, our students are so good, they don't eat any kind of, rajasic or tamasic food. Yes or no, children? Even onions and garlics also are prohibited. They don't eat them. They will wake up early in the morning, and they are, very interestingly take up the task of doing yoga practices, and they learn prayers. They do the prayers, and then they also attend other extracurricular activities like, participating in the state parade on 26th January, going through the NCC training, and our students are excellent in giving wonderful performance, which was highly appreciated by the then governor of Telangana, Shriman Narasimham. And of course, after that, COVID did not allow the students to participate in this parade, and so it didn't happen. But these students are always interested in taking up any new task if given. That is the good quality of the children who choose to be here as Netrites. So we like that attitude of our children. Why I say this? Only such kind of children with strong and determined mind to put themselves with hard work and excel in all respects only will come to the school, only join this Netra, and they only show their own qualities, abilities and skills. So the number is, 200. In spite of providing all the free facilities here, like food, etc., all students won't accept these kind of things, like, not eating non-vegetarian foods, not using the phone on a regular basis, and doing the exercises. The attitude of man is such, when there is a person to support us, why should I put my effort? When government is paying money to a scribe to write on my behalf, why should I unnecessarily learn computer and, unnecessarily waste my piece of brain? This is the attitude. Not only for them, even for people like us. When I am sitting, to stand up, somebody gives a hand. Then second time when I want to stand up, I look around. Is there anybody to give a support? This is a common attitude. Crossing such a kind of hurdles and coming up to a stage where they want to put their heart and mind in learning things on their own and prove themselves that they are able to do or achieve anything is what the Netrites, all the boys and girls are doing here. They also learn Sanskrit and the prayers and the slokas, etc. It is all happening just because of the great support provided by people like you. Just now we have seen the officers very generous in providing the facilities for the children. Most of the times these children, to get their monthly stipend from the government, they have to go home and again they have to come back. But having gone home, they want to spend a couple of days with their relatives, and then something will happen here and then it takes 1 week or 10 days for them to return, and by the way the subjects will be completed, and again difficult for them to cover all of those subjects. one time one student goes and another time another student goes, and then this is how the subject is becoming difficult for those children. And our Sriman Mittalji and Srimati Vasundhara ji very generously announced that they need not go to their homes to get the governmental support, and we see that it reaches to their own accounts, to the place where they are studying. This is a really great help, because this fight is going on since 15 years. Since 15 years, sir. Whoever officer comes, the appeal goes, but they say, okay, we'll see. But nothing is translated to action. And we are so happy today. You made a wonderful announcement that their stipend will be received by them, not wasting their energy and their time to go home and come back all the way and take all the pains. So all our Netrites are very, very thankful to you, and they are really grateful for the effort that you are doing. And the Board of Intermediate also announced in their certificate itself, if it is announced that they are technically qualified. This is what needed. They need not say all the way, oh, we appeared through the computer or with the computer. This is not necessary to be explained to those people who are trying to absorb them in their concerns. This is a great support now for them if we include that this school is allowing the students or training the students with the computers, and they pass the examinations with the computer. That means they are already, technically they are qualified. This is what is to be known by the people. And for this also, of course, our college team is approaching the department several times, and we are so happy today that they made this announcement here, and so many other generous guests who appeared here today announced wonderful things today, and we are so happy. There is good heart, there is good activity, but a link between that heart and activity is very much needed. Our society is so vast. It needs a lot of stuff. There are people to do that, but they need to know. Unfortunately to us, we are very poor in publicity. And so many of our own people do not know that there is a college, a degree college and a junior college and a school that is running for the blind children. Yesterday just we were discussing with our friends. We are talking about the cancer activities that we are doing. When we are talking, then one person said, yes, Swamiji, even in our home we see our auntie is suffering from cervix cancer, since so many months, and we see the hell she is going through. That's what she said. I said, not only you, even among our own teams and volunteers, though we are doing it since, since 12 years, but hardly there are people who know that this is something happening and we have to go through the test. Until otherwise we pick the person, hey, go through the test, then only they go through the test. Otherwise they won't. The reason, publicity. If the proper publicity is given, then people are able to understand. And somehow from the very, very beginning, we are against the publicity. We always feel if the champaka flower, you know the champaka flower? Sampangi. If the flower is really there, you need not say, hey, here is a flower. The fragrance goes automatic. If there is a real jasmine blossomed, and no publicity is needed, and the people around will be able to just get the fragrance of that and enjoy. This is what we believed in. So we are a bit away from the publicity aspect of the activities that we do, which is causing, people are not able to understand, not able to just come forward. But still we are happy. No activity is stopped because generous officials are there, understanding, with good heart they are concerned to improve these standards and give good support for the activities. And also there is good heart in the society among the donors and the devotees. Just like, one Mr. Srinivas, who is now interested in providing the clothes to all the students, to the uniform to all the students, And some other wants to give some laptops, some other wants to do some other service. We are really, we think that we are blessed because there are people always with good heart and who show their concern for the needy. This is very, very important. We pray to God to bless all such concerned persons, to bless them with good wealth and health so that the support will be continued to this kind of activities, not necessarily here, but anywhere across the world. The only thing is that, the man is not a machine with good heart. Actually, the purpose of our children, our Netrites also is that. Though the number is less, the number is little, we want core. People with good heart. People with good thought. Though the number is high and when there is no heart, it's worse than a machine. Our education is something, unfortunately, is making wonderful machines, powerful machines. But we want good life in that, good thought in that, good heart in that. And our teachers, our teaching staff in general from the Netra is trying to fill up that heart with good love and concern. And our team of donors are also concerned in supporting such kind of activities. And we see good officials and good industrialists also with such kind of great heart who are very much interested in providing their unique support in promoting this kind of educational activities. We pray to Lord Vishwaksena, as our Ahobila Swamiji said, today he also became a guest to participate with all of you in this wonderful event. In other words, you all became like Vishwaksena. You became the alter egos of Lord Vishwaksena. And our Netra students are all blessed because their event, the 15th Foundation Day event, is happening right in front of Lord Vishwaksena and Ganeshji, which probably we hope and we feel and we pray to will bless them to grow in a better way for a better society. We offer our Mangala Sassanams to all of you for making this wonderful event very successful, and all the Netrites who gave wonderful performances here today and also who played beautiful musics and beats for this event, all are blessed. And we also offer our Mangala Sassanams to Srimati Krishna Kumariji, who coordinated the event and made it really enjoyable. So, Mangala Sassanams to all children on this Foundation Day, God bless you with good resolution, with a good decision to grow well, to grow healthy, and to grow prosperous, so that in your future life you will be able to support some more children who are like you, in need of something from us. God bless you all. Jai Srimanarayana.
పనేసియా మెరిడియన్ హాస్పిటల్స్ ప్రతి సామాన్యుడికి అందుబాటులో అంతర్జాతీయ వైద్య ప్రమాణాలతో వైద్యం, 24 గంటల అంబులెన్స్ సర్వీసుతో పాటు అత్యవసర సేవలతో ఏర్పాటైన చికిత్సా విభాగం. మా దగ్గర గుండె సంబంధిత, మూత్రపిండ, కాలేయ, కంటి జబ్బులకు, మోకాళ్ల శస్త్ర చికిత్సతో పాటు కోవిడ్-19, బ్లాక్ ఫంగస్ వంటి వైరస్లకు, అన్ని రకాల ఆరోగ్య సమస్యలకు నమ్మకమైన అత్యాధునిక వైద్య చికిత్సను అందిస్తున్న హాస్పిటల్ పనేసియా మెరిడియన్ హాస్పిటల్స్. మీ ఆరోగ్య సమస్య ఏదైనా ఇప్పుడు పరిష్కారం సాధ్యం. సంపూర్ణ ఆరోగ్యం కోసం సంప్రదించండి పనేసియా మెరిడియన్ హాస్పిటల్స్, ఆపోజిట్ భీరంగూడ కమాన్, ఆర్సీపురం, సంగారెడ్డి డిస్ట్రిక్ట్, పిన్ కోడ్ 502032. సంప్రదించాల్సిన ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 0845524177 మరియు 7893757770.